Hello, and welcome to Fate Extra CCC. This game is a bit not exactly. You're kind of wondering how exactly did Fate Extra. How are they gonna make a Fate Extra sequel? Right. So this game isn't exactly a sequel. It's a bit of a spin-off title, which is kind of necessary to understand some characters in Extella and Extella Link. Well, mostly Extella, which is a bit of a weird decision because it did not translate this game. This game is fan translated. I'm gonna put the translate. I don't remember the name of the translators, but I'm gonna put the translation link in the description if you want to play this game because it does have a pretty good story. Some say it has a better pacing, it has a better story than Fate Extra Original. I will say yes, but I do prefer the structure of Fate Extra Original. I do like the tournament style, like your actual Holy Grail. We'll see how this one looks, how this story goes on in a little bit. I don't want to go into too much spoilers, but yeah. How about we just start off by pressing start? As always, we got everything good. You know, we got the patch working when you put that install, and you just say, and it says this, right? Also, the X and circle buttons are gonna be okay because you do need the Japanese game, the ROM, at least to, or ISU, whatever you want to call it, to translate it. Anyways, how about we start a new game? Alright, this is basically the, this one actually does, change the difficulty. It's not like in Fate Extra where the, easy mode showed, healing fountains, and, the other ones didn't. And this one is basically just, the enemies get spongier and they do more attack, which is kind of boring, honest, in terms of difficulty. But oh well, let's go ahead and start the normal mode. Yep, there's a bunch of bad endings. This is a work of fiction. I'm sure. And since we have a completed save data from Fate Extra, we get bonuses. We won't know what the bonus is until like chapter 2 or something. It's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, we'll see it in a little bit. You want to load the save data from Fate Extra? Yes. This is the caster one. So let's put on this one. Yeah. Bonus item can be viewed from the menu.
スタート確認しました。お帰りなさいませ。ようこそ。こんにちは。ウェルカム。いつものように大変長らくお待ちしておりました。マスター、ここは量子虚構世界シリアルファンタズム。
Another thing that the translation team did is they added the Ruby text, which was in the Japanese version of Extra, but not in the official translation, since English doesn't really use Ruby text. So yeah, that's kind of a neat thing they use here.
略称セラフに作られた仮想空間。失礼ですが、規則ですので、あなたのバリューをスキャンします。ラベル転入生カテゴリー U 測定拒否権につき免除クオリティ E-、確認しました。それでは表側の記録を読み込みます。
Ah, my ear. God
申し訳
damn.
ございません。記録の読み込みに失敗しました。あなたの名前が必要です。あなたの心が必要です。あなたの証が必要です。恐縮ですが、もう一度あなたのお名前と性別、契約サーバントを入力してください。
Alright, in this game they're a lot more straightforward. No hour-long prologue until you can select your character. And we do notice we have different outfits for our main characters. I'm gonna go ahead and put the female Hakuno as always. So let's keep going. Right. Where is it? Hakuno. And then, alright. Okay. Whoops, not that one. Me. Alright. Okay. Nickname, I'm just gonna go for the good old Haku. There we go. And they're really straightforward for this one. If you're wondering, there's a little extra guy over here. This is don't even bother hiding his name. It's just straight up Gilgamesh. I would not recommend picking him in the first playthrough since he has like future sight and he kind of spoils some things. He's also incredibly busted. He's really funny too. I do think they make his character a little bit better here than in Stay Night, since in Stay Night he was basically just a Saturday morning cartoon or cartoon villain or something. Anyways, everyone has new outfits, and yeah, you can see below here with the difficulty of their uses. And Gilgamesh is just straight up cheating. So yeah. Anyways, we're gonna do the same structure as we did in Fate Extra. We're starting a playthrough with Saber, going for New Game Plus with Archer, and etc. etc. So without anything else, let's get started. Also, full disclosure, I've beaten the game with all characters except Saber, so it's gonna be a semi-blind. I know the story, I know what to get, I have a guide here to help me do stuff too. But yeah, in terms of unique stuff for Saber, it's gonna be unique. So let's go. Partner with Saber, yes.
確認しました。お待ちしておりました。
Thank you.
おはようございます。それでは、いってらっしゃいませ。
And a good day to you. It's a bright sunny morning as I make my way to school. I should really be used to the commuting now, but I still can't seem to remember my way here. Soon enough, I arrive at the front of the school gate. There's still plenty of time left. Let the students in the same uniform pass through the gate in peaceful harmony. Continuing my main routine, I also head for the gate. Then, it feels like someone's calling for me, so I hurry up until I see my friend and student council president Issei Ryudu standing there. Which reminds me, starting today, we should be inspections to ensure there were compliance with school rules. It was a public morals awareness month or something. This is just the start of Fate Extra, but it's gonna twist real soon. Good morning, lovely weather we're having, don't you think? It's a perfect day for studying. Huh? Why are you giving me that you're acting weird look? What, you want to know if I'm going to inspect your uniform? And if public morals awareness month is still going on? You're the one to say some strange things. I haven't heard of such an event. Perhaps there's an error in your records. So it seems. I have no idea why I mistook that event for today myself. I laugh it off, telling Issei it's nothing, then head towards the school building. Oh, wait a moment. There's a favor I'd like to ask of you. Sorry, but before you go to class, could you close up the supply room in the first floor? I forgot to lock it. Given my duties, I'm unable to move from here. Could you do that for me? Roll. Yeah, it's a bit of a hint to see who she's an NPC too. The storage room in the first floor. If I recall, it is at the end of the hallway to the left of the entrance. I still have time until homeroom starts. It fits a request from Issei himself. There's no reason to refuse. Yes, that's excellent. All these students simply passed me by, so I'm glad you came along. Honestly, some strange people joined in the faculty too. I'm about to collapse under all the stress. If all had someone like you, Hakuno, the girl in charge of the infirmary, and I would have it easier, but no, I don't think it's inconsiderate of me. I never tried to coerce you into joining the student council. Yeah, especially knowing since you're an NPC and all. Here's the key to the storage room. See ya. There's no other good day with here's to another good day with no regrets. Fakes me in an exaggerated manner and resumes his task of overseeing the main gate. He told me the Public Murals Awareness Month doesn't start today, but here he is. The student council president is as diligent as a fine-tuned machine. I say goodbye to Issei and head to the school building. Squinting against the sunlight, it didn't really feel like early summer or early spring. And so Hakuno Kishinami as day begins once again. Yep, it's just normal tutorials. As you can see, it's something different. They have goals here instead of just a track field. There's the main gate. If I leave through here, I can go home. But I just got here. I can't go back yet. Let's inspect this. She shoots, or I would have if I. But even if I wanted to, I can't really kick the ball while wearing a skirt. So I'll settle with an enthusiastic yell. Oh, here you are. I got a message from the editor-in-chief. She wants to talk, so go see her after school. No wonder the newspapers club says you're expected to do big things. I delivered a message. Don't blame me if you forget later. Yeah, some of these NPCs now have more than one message, so talk. So it's always good to talk twice to them. Someone left a line marker here. Maybe they used it during gym class and they just left it here. Hey, let's stop by the station today before going home. Sure, we could go grab some donuts too. I can't wait for the class to stand. I want to hang out with you already. Me too. I know, so we're going anyways. Why don't we go now? Let's just skip school. No, skipping school is bad. It's a deviation from our roles. We might get deleted. Come on, I was just joking. Joke. I was just messing around a bit. Yeah. The game just pretty much drops all pretexts, since it assumes that you played Fate Extra before going here. So yeah, some of the how do I say it? Some of the it's more obvious. How do I say it? It's gonna lower the background music a little bit. It's a bit annoying. And right. Well, as I was saying, yeah, it assumes you played Fate Extra, so it basically drops hints during the simulation a lot earlier. Various drinks are lined up inside a vending machine. Fortunately, I don't have any change on me. I'll pass for now. Oh, hello. Oh, sorry, it's nothing. I was just a little dizzy. I'm alright now. I feel like I'm not actually myself. There's no way that's... Some students are saying they're trying to leave the school gate, but they always end up turning back around. No way that's true, right? Oh, sorry, it's nothing. Oh, yeah, it's just the usual thing. Alright. The archery club is holding morning practice. It's almost time for class, so they're in the middle of cleaning up. Alright. Let's just, before we go in there, let's examine this area. This is a stand for morning assemblies. It's infamous for placing a cursive lengthy speeches upon anyone who climbs on it. Oh, really? So let's take a look. She's just using the skill usage. It's kind of funny. Anyways, there's no thing here. We can talk to this girl. I left the volleyball club because I have exams this year. Now I've gained weight. Around here, see? It's embarrassing for disciplinarian, isn't it? But my mate Fred doesn't have self-training in it. Fred, which means I keep putting on weight. Is this some kind of fatal bug? Or maybe it has harassment. What if God decided that I get to be the chubby girl now? Anyways, let's keep going. Pain suddenly rushes through my left hand. Wondering why, I checked the back of it. There go the command seals. On my left hand, a bruise resembling a rune has appeared. I don't remember seeing it before. I wonder if I hurt myself somewhere. The pain soon subsides. Maybe it's just a dizzy spell. I'll take a deep breath and pull myself together. It feels like I've heard this in an extremely familiar voice. Alright, let's go. That's different, right off the bat. You can check your next goal by pressing the start button. Indeed. If you press the start button, it just shows up there on the bottom. The storeroom is over there. So let's go over here to see if Sakura has anything to say. Did you happen to notice the students wearing different color uniforms? Black uniforms are worn by the Public Moral Committee and club presidents. I want to improve my autonomic precision, promote from being an ordinary student So I can stand by President Ryuju's side too. Oh my gosh, I really say that? Inside the faculty office, teachers are all busy preparing for their classes. It's the usual scene before the school day begins. I get yelled at if I enter the faculty room office now, so I'm not gonna do that. From the faculty, next week is his exam week. Make sure to wrap up club activities early and try to be in the best shape for your exams. Notice from the health committee. Things like nutritional balance, washing your hands, and rinsing your mouth are written up here. Yep, it's the usual. Hey, Sakura, anything for us? Feeling pretty good. I don't need to be checked out in the infirmary. No, this isn't it. I think the storeroom is at the other end of the hallway. Indeed, I was just checking out the place. As usual, we can try and go in here. The boys' bathroom. Yep, I don't have the guts to walk in. The girls' bathroom. I don't need to go right now. I think I was taught how to use the fire extinguisher. I can't seem to remember how though. The exam schedule has been posted. Exams. I regret ever thinking about this topic. And here? The supply room. No, Issa said it was a supply storeroom. It's not this one, but the storeroom was on the far left. It's where the arena is. Issa asked me to lock up the storeroom. I think it's the end of the hallway. The cafeteria is just up ahead. They've been remodeling it since last week, so no one's allowed to go in right now. This is classroom 1A. Even though no one's around, the sound is so absolute that it's somewhat unnerving. Fighting on school grounds is strictly prohibited. That's a little unnerving. Yeah, it's a rule of the Holy Grail. This is classroom 1B. This classroom feels totally lifeless. Doesn't look like anyone's around. A bulletin board, but nothing posted here. This is classroom 1C. All of the first year students seem totally devoid of life. Wonder what's going on. The schedule for the freshman school year. It's written up here. It's pretty much the same as the other grades. The big difference is the entrance exam ceremony in April. Below Student Council President, Issei, the names of the other members are posted. Being president sure is rough. Alright, ready to go into the arena? I'm just kidding. Or am I? The alarm of the fire hydrant has a charm that it makes you want to press it. But doing that will cause an uproar, so I'll remove refrain. Alright, let's go. This is the entrance. If I had to say what this door is used for, I have no clue. Used to said it's a supply room, so I figured it has a space for storing things no one's using. It's kind of a weird supply room since it has an emergency exit sign right on top. Whatever the case, there's no reason for me to go inside. I have to take the key out of my pocket. Better hurry up and lock it so I can go to class. Oh, did that sound like it came from inside just now? Since I was tasked with locking the door, I can't just ignore it. I put my ear to the door and listen in on what's happening inside. What ifs? Now it's time to chill. I'm sure it's just me, but chilling means I get to munch all the snacks. Isn't it great to be so comfy without having to do anything? I'm one of the real winners. All the others were way too amazing. Like them, way too serious, way too desperate. I'll just leave the Holy Grail for the PKs. I mean, should be fine to hide out here until the winner gets called. Camping my way to victory. Gina Ko, you genius, you, lol. There's obviously someone in there. I knock on the door and ask, is someone in there? The suspicious sound continues for about a minute before settling down. I take a deep breath and knock on the door again. I announce my entrance and open the door. Well, isn't that suspicious? Let's see it. An inconspicuous blackboard. No sign of it being in much use. The cardboard boxes have been stacked haphazardly. It looked like they're about to fall in any moment. Is it really okay? Someone left these cardboard boxes here. It looks like they're filled with various documents. At first glance, it looks like a futon, but now that I take another look at it, it's one of those mats in PE. Oh, those things can't be comfortable to lie on. And what about this? Yep, no, it just opens the thing. This here is a problem. Not that I really want to know any more than that. Come on, at least do a better job at hiding it. Then I could pretend nothing was wrong and leave it at that. Now I have no choice but to point it out. I take a deep breath and... Hey, you get out already.
中の人などいない。僕はただの喋るロッカーっす。鉄っす。鉄くれっす。すなわちこれが本当のヘビーメタルっす。
Someone's desperately trying to shut the door from inside, but the door won't actually close. This person doesn't really fit in the locker. Then let's open the door. Sorry, but I don't have the time to be nice about it. I open the locker immediately, and then... Hey, who's this one? She doesn't show up in Fate Extra. So yeah, this is the one that we're gonna get new characters that didn't show up in Fate Extra, as well as some familiar ones later on. This is the first one. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. Ma'am, this is a supply closet. This incredibly suspect person glares at me with furrowed brows. I should be throwing out the questions for first here, but I get the feeling that doing that would just make things worse. First off, I told her my name in class, then I threw out the questions. No matter how I look at it, she's not a student. Who is this woman? And where's this girl's room she spoke of?
どこからどう見ても女子部屋っす。1ヶ月近く掃除してないからちょっと散らかってるように見えるだけです。仕方ないっすよね。ここにはヘルパーさん来ないから。隠れ住んでる身分は辛いっつうか。
Living in hiding here.
ああ、しまった。今のなし。とっぽい顔してるからつい口が滑っちまったぜ。僕はジナコカリギリ。この学園の補欠教員で今は暇を持て余してる。
Yeah, if she's the substitute teacher, then I'm the Queen of England. Holy hell. Yeah, no way you're that. Also, there she goes, Jinako. You may know her in Fate Grand Order as Ganesha, and you'll see the connection to India in a little bit later on in the game. Substitute teacher? It's obvious a slop of woman. This obvious slop of woman is?
だらしないのは否定しないっす。できる女と気づかれるのも面倒だからあえてのんびりしてるみたいな。いわゆるエリートニートっすよ。
I see. So you do nothing and are useless, I take it?
それはただのニートっす。奴らは奴らで可愛い雑魚っすけど、一緒にしないでほしいしね。ジーナコさんはエリートですから。一応部活の顧問とかしてるっすよ。帰宅部とか直帰部とかぼっち友の会とか。
Uh-huh. Chiriko puts her chest in here with an air of pride. Her breasts sway under the hold of her strap. The woman says she's a substitute teacher. To be a tale, but I don't have time for it right now. It doesn't seem like she's a bad person. I said to tell her that if she's going to live in the storeroom, then to keep this key and lock the door. Can this even be locked from the inside? Go on ahead, she says, she said as she showed me the door. It's almost time for homeroom. I know to hurry up and leave without being told to.
ちょっと待つっす。出て行けと言われて素直に出て行くとか淡白っすね。それともやっぱりここ変っすか。なんか汚いっていうか廃残者の匂いがするっていうか近寄りたくないっていうかぶっちゃけ僕変っすか。
Let's say no.
本当に
Yep.
本当に
You have to really hammer in.
そうなんだ。そこまで言うなら信じてあげないこともないっていうかその根 家はどこなんでしょう。どうしてそこまで断言できるんですか？
Because I know people who are even weirder. Are the words that came out of my mind, but that's not right. In the first place, I wouldn't know what kind of person Jinako Karigiri is because I only just met her. But for me, to affirm that she's not weird is simply, well, everyone's weird somehow.
語るっすね。そもそも普通って何なのか、あやふやってことっすか？つまんない回答だったけど、それなりに誠意は感じたっす。君はオカルトっすね。あ、そろそろホームルームの時間っすよ。遅刻はノー。君は僕と違って真面目に生きるべき人っすから。それじゃせいぜい気をつけて。どうあっても結末は同じっすけど、せめて苦しまないようファイトっす。
Alright, we're done. I've somehow been run out of the storeroom. I heard a click-clack from the keys locking the door. Seems like it's been tightly shut from the inside. Shineko Karagiri. As I leave the dark storeroom, I figure myself how odd it is that I have never always... Had I always been participants like that here? Hey, what? I used a pretty brief phrase rest now. I wonder if I'm still half asleep. I need to be more... I feel more restless this morning than I've ever been. It might be for a fever, so I should probably head home, straight after school. And... I don't feel like going into this room. Yeah, right. Nothing going on here, I can just talk to the green lady here. Good morning, Hakuno. If you loaf around this much, you'll end up being late. Huh? Why would that worry me? Why you ask me? Come on, we're both away, aren't we? Isn't it a pain to have to climb the second floor? Yeah, I definitely also wish we had an elevator around here. We almost have one, right? If I see this as a classroom, I'm probably not thinking straight. I can't just stand here zoned out. Let's move to the head to the second floor. Yep, it's the same thing. Alright, let's keep going then. I just got to the stairs leading to the second floor. Then, suddenly I hear a voice overhead. It sounds like, say, a frantic footsteps of a woman who just slipped. It sounds like nothing. Someone's actually falling down right now. Oh boy. With a sudden crash, I fall on my back and into the hallway. I hit the back of my head on the hard floor. My brain shakes and my eyes spin. What on earth just happened? Setting aside my blurred vision, let me see what's going on here.
乱暴な手触りですのね。女のどこを触っているのか分かっているのですか？
Sure enough, my fingers weren't grasping at the sky. They're almost dissolved into a great mass.
そんなもぎ取るような勢いで恥ずかしい。私も力が入りません。
Its impact is incredible. It's like my hand just melting. It's squeezing all the juicy flesh springs back, and yet my fingertips support her weight. Won't let go of her clothes. Rather, it's as if they were glued and being consumed. It's such a ridiculous plenty of volume, reminiscent of the bountiful plots of the earth.
お許しくださいませ。このような公共の場でなんて私困ります。ですが忍び子のように求める魂を誰が諌められましょう。
Lady, relax, calm down.
指だけでなく唇まで使うなんて。
A term is born within the mind which I coined magnific meat. A carnivore is set off by the sight of fresh meat. It is because its five senses thought the meat is delicious. Similar to how that works, there's supposed to be existing meat that energizes the five senses merely by its beauty. But come to think of it, why am I suffocating like this?
こんなに激しくされたのは初めてです。私の胸にそれほどの恨みがあるのでしょうか。まるで底なしの国道のよう、いいえ、呼吸にあえぐ魚のような、魚のような。不覚です。私の不注意でした。この胸であなたの呼吸を妨げていたなんて。申し訳ありません。すぐに起き上が。また頭を打ってしまわれて。今のもやはり私の不注意によるものでしょうか。もし気は確かですか？どうしましょう。返事がありません。あと少しでホームルームが始まりましょうに。私重ねてご迷惑を。
Ow, what the heck am I doing here? All I remember is something incredible fell on me, and that I came to my senses after I hit the back of my head. When I pulled myself together and looked up, there was the face of an unfamiliar woman before me. Again, this game likes this odd angles here. Yep, I see them alright. No need to point them out. She's way too close. If she leans down on me that sensually, there's no way I could think normally. Anyways, I managed to tell her my name. Tanuki Shinami, is it?
愛らしい花みたい。良いお名前をお持ちですのね。このお礼はいずれ必ず。授業の準備がありますので、私は一足先に失礼させていただきます。それではまた後ほど。この先もどうかよろしくお願いしますね。
She knows something. Master, what's that? I went to ask about it, but the woman was gone. All left to me is a light, lingering scent, like a kindred Homa bonfire. Actually, that woman's scent is all over my uniform. Yeah, I've been through some outrageous things this morning. If a classmate saw what happened just now. Hey, Leo. Yeah, that fucking face. Someone actually saw me. The one in the red, again, that's not red, that's orange. I'm not colorblind. Who's glaring at me like I'm human garbage. My classmate's really recently transferred in, Leo. He seems to be having seeing the entire thing from the top of the stairs. Hey, I say as I waved at him. Leo also gets a bit of a character twist in this game too, which is a bit refreshing, really, since all we know from him is the uptight king, so it's a bit refreshing later on. You'll see what I mean. So said Leo with an angelic smile as he went on ahead to classroom 2A. Alright, that was that. Also, you may notice that this game is a lot more sexually charged. Yeah, that was tame, this part here. It is gonna get much more sexual, I guess you could say. So that's first part is gonna be a warning for that, I guess. What was I gonna say? Yeah, that character is mentioned. The one who fell on top of us is mentioned by Gato in his route, in Rani's route. We're gonna see her name later, but yeah. For now, did you see anything? Nope. Alright, so let's just go ahead. Actual to actual. Oh, for this is Kishinami. Aren't you coming a little late today? Teacher's not in yet, so hurry up to get your butt in there. I just saw this gorgeous woman walk by. She had this, how do I put it, mature aura? It's completely different from immature buds like our classmates. I like a mature kind of woman. Yeah, me too, buddy. Kunihari Time Special Edition. Terror of Strange Place. Gateway to the Paranormal. Our staff investigator reports that the archery range is the gateway to the spirit world. Said to have been a graveyard during the Edo period. What awaits us there was... Continue the next issue. Morning, Haku. I was just showing up at the club today. No wonder you're in the newspaper's club ace. Guess I sit there eating your dust and I'm going after big scoops. Oh man, you gotta pee. I gotta do this before homeroom. Yeah, don't hold it in, buddy. Library isn't a bad place to study, but it's almost time for homeroom. I gotta go to classroom 2A. From the librarian. Things like wow, oh my god. Things like what new books are arriving. Again, this thing has a few typos in there. Things like what new kinds of books are arriving this month, and return policy are written in there. The mascot scribbles in the corner is adorable. This is the guidance counseling room. There aren't any students who drop by this early in the morning, so it seems to be locked. I don't think that room was actually used for nothing in Fate Extra, which is interesting. Let's see if we can go to the third floor. Nope. Alright, let's go. Anyone around here? Doesn't look like it. There's some graffiti mixed in with the various postings. This school charade is a lie. What's that supposed to mean? Matter concerning students is written up here. It's about how a rooftop is off limits. Apparently it's been decided it was dangerous after a student climbed on top of the roof entrance. What kind of student would do such a thing? Heh, foreshadowing. Student's classroom Issei is in class 2C, but he's by the gate, so he's not here right now. I actually casually greet the students inside and take my leave. Locker has tools for cleaning the hallway. If you open the door with special key, you'll successfully enter another world. Okay, not really. That's classroom 2B. Classroom is a lot of athlete students, but since they have morning practice, there aren't many students here yet. And finally, yep, this one. A little reminder from Miss Fujimura. Also, any students that fail the next English test gets presents. Fujimura's signature supplemental homework. No one in this teacher class better fail English. Alright, let's get into it. Time progresses. I entered classroom 2A. It was quite the morning, and all before homeroom started. I looked at the seat and started to relax. My friend Shinjumato came over to talk to me. Yeah, she's still alive in this, if you can believe it.
Yeah, どうしたんだ? 今朝はギリギリじゃないか。真面目なだけが取り柄のくせに。あ、もしかしてピースジャーナルにハマっちゃってた? やめとけって。あそこはお前みたいな凡人が行っていい場所じゃない。そう。一握りのゲームチャンプだけが発言し、信者を得るべき場所だからね。わかる? 現在バトルスコア7800万。ワールドランキングナンバー2のこの僕のための天才の城なのさ。
Shinjumato, as you can see, he's like you if you put an overly self-conscious, elitist, and spotlight hog in a blender and mix it all in one. If you ask me how it's still managed to be friends after so many years, here's how I should answer you. Shinji may have personality issues, but his grades in school and skill in gaming measure up to his big mouth. If only he could read the mood, then people would really worship him. As that seems to be the consensus of all the girls in school. Also, the peace journal that Shinji is talking about is a massive European bulletin board system, PJ for short. It's not a place for the typical sharing of information, but a haunt for the deeper, self-proclaimed experts.
おや、相変わらずネット上で無双しているのですね、シンジは。
なんだよ今の笑い。何か言いたいことがあるのかよレオ。文句があるならスコアで語ってほしいね。
I don't think I've actually an extra. I don't think Shinji and Leo ever interacted. So this is kind of a fun interaction.
いえ、先ほどリアルで無双している方を見てしまったのでつい。格差社会というのは確かに残酷ですね。僕も考えを改めます。
Leo directs a casual smile over at me. He's referring to the incident by the stairs from earlier. Leo Bistardo Harway, a boy who just recently transferred to this school, after a certain famous plutocracy, and a child prodigy who skipped the grades. At first I was scared of how different we were, in upbringing and ability. But now we casually talk just like this. I think the three of us went through a major shared experience together. One experience it was, that experience is why we understand each other. But what was it? Oh well, if I can't remember, it's not been that big of a deal.
ところでシンジ、PG ではまだ例の噂が立っているのですか？聖杯戦争とか。
ああ、立ってるよ。いざ競い合え魔術師たちよ。聖杯は勝ち残った最後の一人のいかなる望みをも叶えるだろう。なんて手垢のついた触れ込みでさ、どこの運営かもわからないし、そもそも参加方法もわからない。うさんくさいったらないよね。管理人も放置しているし、一体何なんだって話。
Holy Grail War. Where have I heard that before?
でも興味は湧きますね。いかなる願いでも叶えるですか。例えばあなたならどんな願いを口にしますか？
A wish. Even if you ask, I can't just think of one on top of my head. There are a lot of things I want, but they're all things I can get through hard work. When I say any wish, it feels like it was the nuance of being something you can never get on your own. I can't really think of any huge wish I could have right now.
そうですか。あなたらしいですね。
そういうレオはどうなんだよ。みんなが驚くような願いとかあるの？
もちろんですよ。僕はそのために月見原に転入して。おかしいな。僕が転入したのは父の都合。
They're all starting to get deprogrammed. That's right, I answer. Him and his older brother both transferred to Tsukimihara about half a year ago. Though I don't remember when I heard it, the fact that it was definitely ever been recorded.
そうですよね。思い違いをしていたようです。ああ、次はユリウス兄さんに聞いてみましょうか。兄さんはあれで面白い願いを持っていそうですし。
Yeah, I wonder what his wish is.
あのさ、なんでそこであの陰気な兄ちゃんの話になるのかな。次にどんな願いがあるんだいって振られるの。話の流れ的に僕だよね。
Yeah, that guy truly did forget about you a bit. Julius is Leo's older brother. Julius does all the driving for Leo to go to and from school, and it's kind of like a butler. The entire student body goes crazy over the sight of him rolling up to the main gates in his Rolls Royce. Kind of funny they had to put luxury car on top of that, but alright.
ねえ、二人とも聞いてる？僕、アジア圏のゲームチャンプなんだよ。もっとこう、扱い方があるんじゃない？
Say that after number one.
痛いところをつくじゃないか。欧州のゲームチャンプ、トータルスコアナンバーワンのあいつか。
It's Jinako, in case you're wondering.
確かに、僕はナンバー2の地位に甘んじている。でも見てろ。次のキャンペーンではきっちり倒してやるさ。あいつはただの凡人だよ。プレイ時間が膨大なだけのいわゆる廃人チートプレイヤーだ。純粋なテクニックと判断力、インスピレーションなら僕の圧勝さ。
I'm sure that's it.
見てろよレオ。
Yep.
来週にはジナコを蹴って僕が晴れてナンバーワンプレイヤーだ。
確かに次のキャンペーンはシンジの独壇場ですね。頑張ってください。ナンバーワンの暁には僕もお祝いをしましょう。
本当だな。聞いたか。来週はレオの豪邸で新人王祭りだぞ。楽しみにしておけよな。
Uh-huh. While we were talking idly, the bell for homeroom rang. The teacher in charge of our class is a noisy one. As a matter of fact, as soon as the bell rings, you can hear what's like a wild animal stomping in front of the hallway. Stomping in, or not. There's one of the biggest deviations right now. The entire class gasps from this unexpected development. The classroom goes to dead silence. It was as if someone who was never seen before, and this woman's never been before, woman dressed as a Buddhist nun. She must have been in her 20s. With a gentle gaze and a graceful stance, she exudes a womanly charm, in spite of her rigid nun's uniform. Buddy, rigid? She has a slit that goes almost up to her waist. Everyone is shocked by this woman's presence. Without a word, our eyes follow her as she leads to the lectern. But my situation was quite the ways different. It was because I had an unexpected encounter with this woman just a bit ago.
朝から驚かせてしまってごめんなさい。皆さんの当惑はごもっとも。ですので、自己紹介をさせていただいても。
The Buddhist nun acknowledges all the entire class's bewilderment with charm, with calm, or rather, with cheer. Then, in a graceful motion, she bows. Her movements were fluid as the wind, and conveyed straight away how earnest she was.
藤村大我と申します。
Yeah, that's not her name.
今日からこの学園で教鞭を持つことになりました。
Yeah, that's absolutely just taking that name from
ど
someone.
うかよろしくお願いしますね。
How are you gonna react?
いい
Yeah, you gotta remember this guy's an 8-year-old. With a teenager's avatar, so yeah, keep that in mind. Shinji always starts with a contrarian stance, but this time he immediately turned into jelly. I guess Shinji has a soft spot for mature women. Regardless, it's no surprise that even Shinji would be entranced. Everything about this nun, Miss Fujimura's appearance, exudes purity. I guess one could call her appearance affectionate. That voice, that posture, those eyes, that smile, all of it as if it's saying she means us well. But there's a strange feeling of discomfort that nips at me at the back of my neck. I feel like the name Taiga Fujimura calls for a far different image to mine.
おや後ろの席に座っているのは
なんだって
Yeah. I awkwardly greet her back, partially because our eyes meet, and then she gives me the greatest smile. One would melt whoever saw it.
なんという幸運でしょう。先ほどは本当にありがとうございました。
Uh-huh.
あの熱い抱擁、私忘れられません。
何抜け駆けしてんだよお前。タイガ先生と面識があるとか何様。それ以前に抱擁ってどんな意味？
Relax, buddy.
恋人同士で抱き合うことですね。それはもう大変積極的な
You're not helping.
あるまじき銃声でした。
You're not helping at all.
恋人同士だと？何やってんだよ。先生を好きになっちゃダメなんだぞ。漫画でもよく言ってるじゃんか。
With the critical damage from Leo's words, the classroom turned into a melting pot of gossip. There were girls with eyes sparkling from the gossip. There were envious and fussing boys. Shinji cursed me under his breath. As I watched the uproar before me, there stood Miss Fujimura, all warmly waving at me. I scratched my brow and sighed. Looks like these ordinary days have gone through some big changes. There we go. Hey. I feel like I'm forgetting something really important. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Happens to everyone, right? While I try to remember, my head starts to pound like I'm gonna hit, like I got hit with a hammer. I have to remember or else. This is my assigned seat. On top of it's a little chip, so I can always tell right away when it's moved. Now, come on, I want to see Shinji's one. This is where Shinji sits. There's something in his desk, especially Shinji's desk, is neatly organized. It's a desk that reflects the obsessive-compulsive Shinji well. Oh, no, that's not what I want. I want locker with cleaning supplies in it. This desk beside Leo, the desk is the same as everyone else's, but the rest are stationary. The stationery he uses are probably luxury goods. My chair is like this. Once that's not long enough, it's always rattling and it's pissing me off. Isn't that whack? I swear the shit is whack. I'm picky about adjusting my chair, man. Whenever I up even a millimeter, I can't focus. I've been tackling classes in this shit. I'm telling you, it makes no sense. No sense, right? This chair makes no sense either. Hey, Haku, who are you again? Oh, come on. Did you catch a drama show yesterday? I did. I can't believe she actually was the actual culprit. That was shocking. Yeah, and that dog was damn cute. I wonder how they got it to act like that. That last development was amazing. I wouldn't expect such a twist to happen. That final scene was foul play. If anyone's wouldn't be moved by something like that. Huh? I did. They announced the Peace Prize. Yeah. The company was pretty cool commercials. I can't believe they went bankrupt. There's a lot of other awards, but I'd like to get one too someday. I'll have to study a lot more then, huh? Yeah. No matter what a big company works for, when it's time to jump ship, you jump ship. Huh? Yeah, these guys are bugging out. Someone's hiding in their desk. Yeah, I like that what happened. No, I want to talk to the girl over there. This week, it's my turn to clean up the classroom. I want to go to the archery range and practice already. Guys are always ditching when it's time to clean. I wish they'd take this more seriously. Hello, Ronnie.
ようやく目が覚めたのですね。ですが、7ヶ月と8時間12分の遅刻です。私はあなたを過小評価するべきでしょうか。
I guess, not expecting what to say. The girl struck me with a sudden conversation, without batting an eye. She started going on about me, which is a jarring way of speaking. Put simply, she was an exotic girl. Her skin was brown, and her white coat with a sense of cleanliness to it. Her slender, straight silhouette felt androgynous. Still, Tsukimihara may relax on dress code, but does her outfit even pass as a uniform? Like, did she forget to equip a few things?
聞いているのですか？感情の起伏は穏やかな私ですが、今回ばかりは制限超えです。あまりに長い待ち時間のため、サミュエル・ベケットの戯曲を検索し、判読し、考察していたほどです。私はあなたの健康を一憂し、あなたと私の置かれた状況に失望し、ひょっこり現れたあなたに憤慨中。しかるに、今私がどのような状態なのか。
You are kinda mad. Alright, to put it bluntly, you're very angry. But it's pretty unusual. As far as I know, this girl's never complained so much before. I've known her for a relatively long time, so I know these facts for certain. Her name is Ronnie 8. Invited to Tsukimihara Academy as an authority on electrical engineering. She's one of the very elite. She grew up in a laboratory, so her normal school life, or making friends for that matter, was new to her. I became friends with her when... That's right, when I got injured in the forest. She helped me with her knowledge. I mean, yeah, kind of. If you depending on what route you go, yeah. Even though Ronnie was a blunt personality, once you get to know her, she's a righteous and morally upstanding girl. Actually, no. Injured in the forest could be a Dan fight, the second fight we do, since we get poisoned and Ronnie helps us. So yeah, it's probably that. That said, here's the very same Ronnie, and she's quite angry at me. Why are you so upset? When I asked that...
なぜって、それはあなたがいつまでもご本失礼しました。理由は明白です。あなたが時間を破ったのです。きっと。なぜなら私がここまで憤慨する状況はその理由が最も適切だからです。
Ronnie seems says so quite decisively. I didn't want to say this, but I have to. I tell Ronnie I don't have a clue why she's angry.
黙らっしゃい。
Damn. Shut it.
繰り返しますが私は憤慨しています。スケジュールは正しくこなすもの。改めてください。いえ、絶対に改めさせねばなりません。それが最適かつ最善、そして最高の回。
Yeah.
不真面目なら真面目にする。節操がないのなら節操を守らせる。目が離せないのなら管理する。
Mm-hmm.
アーティスティック。シンプルな式にこそ神は宿る。死よ、私も理解しました。失礼、用事を思い出しました。それではごきげんよう。次に会う時を楽しみにしています。
Off she goes into the dead end. As if nothing happened, Ronnie's hair waves as she walks past along the way.
ちなみに、戯曲名は五道を待ちながらです。ご存知ですか？
I do not, actually. And she's gone. I became dizzy, and maybe it was a setting sun in my eyes. Come to think of it, I feel like I was talking to someone just now. It must be my imagination, probably just my imagination. As my head starts to clean up, a familiar figure comes into view. Hey, Shinji.
あれお前まだ残ってたんだ。部活もないのにほんと暇人だよね。人生の浪費ってそんなに楽しい？
Shinji is sarcastic as usual, but this time I sense more sting in his tone. So I start to asking him if something is bothering him.
なんだよ。別に何もないって。僕は見ての通り、いつもと同じだろ。それよりお前、遠坂凛を知ってるだろ。この学校で僕と釣り合うレベルの女なんて、あいつくらいだと思ってたけどさ。いや見かけ倒しだったよ、ほんと。
Sounds like he found some trouble with Rin Tosaka. Last time he was harshly rejected, yet Shinji stubbornly trying to bother her again. Last time? Was Shinji the kind of person to keep making passes at someone who rejected him? But I'm sure he had this conversation before.
何ボケっとしてるの？あ、もしかしてお前、遠坂町だったとか？あんな暴力女、好きにすればいいさ。今ならまだ花壇にいるんじゃない？
Court shot, normally she's on the roof. Shinji disappears in the classroom, probably to pick up his bag and go home. I don't have anything to do at school anymore, I'll be fine to leave now. That's how I should have been. But why isn't this sense of uneasy going away? Before I go back, I should visit the garden for a bit. Maybe be able to consult her. Tosaka sure is fine. I like the strong kind of woman. The red outfit makes it even better. It really makes Tosaka the force of personality stand out even more. Tosaka sure... Oh, it's the same thing, okay. That girl here in the newspapers, Chief, right? It's kind of mouth on her. But isn't she quite pretty? Big personality, too. I think she's advanced. I guess must have been nice having a flexibility. When all this wraps up, they'll get to have another school appearance. Our capabilities aren't even that different. Man, our god is so unfair, to the point of actually being really fair. An ordinary student, aren't you? Shouldn't you get going? If you don't hurry, you won't be too late. Look who's here, Kishinami. It's the newspaper's club ace. Got any leads? Huh? You forgot? You gonna be okay then? Not much time before the deadline. I guess, like last time. It'll go like BAM! All 7 of those mysteries taken out in, last time. When was last time? What else? I'm sure everybody got good work. I'll just let this one slide. Oh yeah, I'm so nice, aren't I? It's nice to see how Eagle soars for the sky. Yep, I know that didn't make sense. So, how's the info gathering? Knowing you, it's doing great, isn't it? Me? I got nothing. Not a thing. I gotta find something already. Oof, gotta pee. Alright. Alright, let's actually go to the 3rd floor and then to the roof, see if there's anything. I know we're supposed to take pictures of the theme of the day for Photo Club, but today's theme is Cherry Blossom Sakura. What's with that? It's kind of cherry blossom would be blooming right now. Yeah, that was press thinking. Someone's up here barking up the wrong sakura tree. Hey, you studying for that aptitude test? What do you think, dude? I've been studying or what? Me? When the test is over, I'm getting married to my childhood friend. Is this guy for real? No? Now that I take a good look at it, there's something scribbled on the side. Leo's so dreamy. So, Leo has fans even among the third years. I wanna talk to this guy. I'll leverage parallel processing, and if I can run that part of a subroutine, the efficiency will improve dramatically. Okay, since that's decided, let's start looking for the source file as soon as we can. No creepy Alice here then. Alright, let's get out of here. Announcement. Already over. Yep. Club activities. Yeah. So far, everything's gone smoothly. At least that's what the log says. Never has there been any trouble in the preliminaries. I'm bored. Maybe it's fun for people on the outside, but for us, just plain torture. I wonder if anything will change. Public morals don't get notified about things like events that change the world and such. What's wrong? You haven't gone home yet? Rosika, I saw it in the courtyard. It's at the end of the hallway opposite the supply room side. I know where it is. Hey, I know you. I see, so that's how it is. Man, how elaborate. Looks like no one's noticed yet. How careless of them. Huh? What's with you? It's nothing, don't talk to me. Well, try your best, do not get taken out in the preliminaries. Not that you know what I'm talking about anyways. This is the guy who survived to the, semi-finals. That's kind of fun that he's just here. For journalism club, I do pieces on flowers when they're in season, so I go to the garden pretty often. There are all kinds of blooming all year round. Even now, there's plenty of red and yellow ones out, so I want to take a look. The garden's at right to the first floor. Just head through the doors leading outside. I will, don't worry about it. Just exploring here. Schedule for the construction of the underground cafeteria. Yep. Do not enter. It's what says on the door leading to the rooftop. It used to be a place for students to relax, but there are people doing dangerous things, so it's not allowed anymore. What a shame. And go down again. Nothing to do about it then. I guess I'll skip the club today as well. Go home. It's lovely weather out. Did you know the art club picks out daily themes for the sketches? Today's theme is cherry blossoms, but cherry blossoms aren't even in season. What should I do? I mean, we have a sakura right around the corner. Hey, did you hear about the one in charge of the second year class? Huh? What's up? They lumped some female student at school even. What? You're kidding. It's already a no-no for a student and teacher to have a relationship, but to risk it on campus? Wow, that's brave. Isn't that the second year Leo kinda cute? Yeah, he's a grade above us, but he's so cute, he doesn't look at it at all. He's so tiny and cute, isn't he? But something's about his youthfulness and he seems out of place. Yeah, yes, let's see if Shineko has anything to say. Nope. Hakono doesn't want to say hello to Jineko. Alright, let's get out of here then. Hey. Ryudo is a wonderful person. I'm sure I have plenty of rivals, but oh no, I didn't say anything. Please don't mention it. President Ryudo may be kind of strict, but I know he's actually a nice person. Not long ago he... Oh, sorry, it's nothing. Kosaka, she's great, isn't she? Just once, I want to stroke that nice black hair of hers. Don't tell anyone what I said, okay? Yeah, it's kind of creepy, my guy. Tosaka, she's great, isn't she? Just doing the same shit. Nope, alright, let's just go in here. All of a sudden, my feet stopped. It's not like I tripped or anything, or that someone would call out and stop me. I really just stopped for a reason at all. No, rather than why I stopped, it's more like I was recalling why I came here. can't push it through my left hand. When I held it up to see why, right there was command seals again. My mind and conscience are coming apart. What is this? I'm scared. There's no headache. There's no pain. In fact, there's more like a peaceful rest. If I fall asleep just like this, how wonderful would it be? But I'm scared. There's no pain, but a fissure runs through me. It's not a disconnected mind, but a beating heart. It seems to be calling out in this abnormality.
あと少し待っていろ。今駆けつける。夜が行くまで己を忘れるなマスター。
The vertigo subsides in 2 seconds. As I swing my head, I put my hand on my chest to check the heartbeat. It was beating so intensely. I have vague anxiety gouging at my chest, so much to the point my heart would stop. You shouldn't be here. That conviction shoots up from the spine to the brain. Normally, strangely, the usual me would have sprinted out of the school building by now. But do not forget about me, master. Right now, that anxiety I felt is more important to me. It's a void of someone I shouldn't even forget. I have to remember them. Even if it's a world I shouldn't be in. Hell, I should run away from that as fast as I can. But before that, feels like I need to do at least recover the name of that voice zone on my own. Hey, Tosca.
ちょっとそこ気楽に近寄らないでよね。あなたとは友達でも何でもないってなんで言ったらわかるのかしら。
She started yelling at me before I even opened my mouth. Though the pressure, I took a second glance at her. To put it simply, she is a flashy girl. She has neat black leather boots and gloves and clothes that really showed off her body lines. It gave an overall impression of tightness. Still, Tsukimihara may be lax on his dress code, but does this outfit even pass as a uniform?
何よ物珍しそうにジロジロ見て。久しぶりってわけじゃないでしょ。昨日もランチ一緒にしたし。まあなたが無礼なのはいつものことだけど、初めて会った時も人の顔をまじまじと。って見てるの私の足か。
Maybe.
相変わらず節操のないルーチンね。見るなとは言わないけど、見たいならマネーよ、マネー。
Yeah, that seems about right. The girl seems to be on the verge of grabbing me by force. Even though she's feeling embarrassed, that she's about to resort to violence, I don't panic, because I know her better than that. Her name is Rin Tosaka. She's one of the most popular girls in the school, and the highest scoring honor student. When she's quiet, she seems like quite the refined lady, but that's ruined by her headstrong and unrestrained personality, coming off as a tomboy when she opens her mouth. No, in my case, should I call this a blessing? I don't know how many times her activeness and positivity have helped me.
あのね、近いって言ったでしょ。私とあなたは敵同士なんだから。あんまり慣れ合うと後で困るじゃない。まったく、ちょっと一緒に戦ったぐらいで簡単に心を許しすぎよ。
Enemies, fighting together. Ren used an interesting choice of words there. Our test scores aren't compatible, and we don't have any club activities to compete over. There's nothing to fight about.
とにかくそろそろ本番でしょ。私も自分のことで手一杯だから、あなたとの付き合いはここでチャラよ。それじゃあね、縁があったらまた会いましょう。っていうか、絶対に勝ち上がってきなさいよ。約束だからね。
Yep. In her usual manner, Rin's hair swayed as she walks past. Along the way, huh? Why am I even picking her fight with her? She said as she tilted her head. As I become dizzy, maybe it's the setting sun in my eyes. Come to think of it, I feel like I was talking to someone just now. Maybe just my imagination, probably my imagination. I must be really tired is all. My head starts to clear up. I should head to the shoe locker now. Yep, pretty suspicious. They start remembering things that happened in the war, and but they are not quite themselves yet. It's very bizarre. but we'll get to that better right now. It's the end of the day. The school building is dyed with the color of the sunset. There are students at the entrance heading home. Laughter and chit-chat fill the air. The usual scene, the usual life. I'm almost also about to visit my shoe locker and leave. Hey there, Sakura. Something wrong? In the shadows of the twilight, there's a single girl collapsed on the floor in pain. I wonder who is that? Her breath is worn, and her cheeks are flushed. She's clearly sick, and yet no one seems to notice. This scene is not normal. I'm starting to doubt my sanity. No, the sanity of the people around me. There's no way a single person could just ignore this. There hasn't been so much as a single person who's ever glanced at the girl in the white coat. I should help her. In any case, I have to do something as soon as possible. I lift up the surrounding girl and up. Well, this is troubling. I know this isn't the time, but I'm getting a little nervous. The sweat adorning her white skin is so captivating that any guy would find them. No, even girls would find themselves unable to look away. It's a little rude, but she kinda reminds me of a sugar candy. That girl's body is sweet, soft, and fragile to the touch. She's warm, as if she's a real living being.
私が見えるんですか?
I'm seeing her and holding her. That's why I'm able to help her up. She's had a terrible fever. It's so bad that she's hot and not really present and can't tell what's going on.
私、1年の的さくらと言います。配置は保健室。管轄は皆さんの健康管理です。先輩はどこの?
Huh? I'm not really something I should have an answer for. I'm not on any committee, so I respond with my name in classroom.
一般生徒の方なんですか? 生徒会の人たちも気づかなかった私を、あなたが。
With labored breath, Sakura looks up to me. Poor thing. No one have offered any help. I must have hurt physically and emotionally. You're safe now. I'll lend my shoulder and to match my words. It's all it took for this girl calling herself Sakura to stare back at me with eyes wide open. She seems to be having trouble breathing. It's like the blankness in an instant you might watch a miracle unfold.
先輩、もっと話をしてもいいでしょうか?
Answering her with a nod, I pick up the freshman girl, Sakura. Luckily, the infirmary is right around the corner. I should get her to bed first. Oh, that's not good. Suddenly, I wake up. It seems like I've dozed off while watching her. The infirmary seems to have that effect on people. An air of serenity fills the infirmary. The bustle of the school is far off from here. Sakura is sleeping in bed. The nurse's in charge was out, so I looked after her. Despite my lack of experience in caring for other people, to be honest, all I could really do was put her to bed and wipe the sweat off her forehead. Long breaths exhaled from between Sakura's lips. It should appear that she just woke up. Thank goodness. It's been long enough since then. Her fever seems to be going down too, so I don't have to worry. I was looking over her bed in relief. The recently awoken Sakura opens her eyes. When I greet her, she gives off a soft but happy-looking smile in return.
先輩、よかった。夢じゃなかったんだ。
Sakura lets out a sigh of relief and looks over at me with a dazzling face. She's filled with such heartfelt gratitude that all I did was look after her. So honestly, I'm a little embarrassed. I set aside those feelings for mine and spoke. How are you feeling? I don't think her fever's gone just yet. I put my hand on Sakura's forehead to check her temperature.
大丈夫ですから。結構です。むしろ熱暴走しちゃいます。
Yeah, kinda. At Sakura's insistence, I move my hand away. She's right, I realize. Checking someone's temperature by touching her forehead is something an elementary schooler would do. It's pretty childish, so it's no wonder she didn't like it.
まだ頭痛はしますけど、だいぶ調子は良くなりました。これもあなたのおかげです。助けてくれただけじゃなく、看病までしてくれて、本当にありがとうございました。
Sakura smiles gently, giving me a slight bow. What's this feeling? Receiving a smile is a common, everyday thing, but I feel kind of uncomfortable or embarrassed. Pure and honest gratitude seems to be really warm one's heart. I set aside how moved I am and speak to Sakura.
どうして倒れていたのかですか？それが自分でもわからなくて。校舎の雰囲気がいつもと違う気がして、様子を見ようと廊下を回って、昇降口のところでめまいを覚えてしまって。あとは先輩の知っている通りです。生徒の皆さんに声をかけても気づいてもらえなくて。ああ、私はここで忘れ去られるんだ、なんて本気で思っちゃうくらい心細かった。そんな時です。先輩が声をかけてくれたのは。
So that's how it was. I was curious as to why everyone ignored Sakura, but to be honest, I don't think it helped, no matter how hard I tried to make it right now. Anyways, I answered back that the important thing is that she's doing fine.
はい。先輩のおかげです。この通り、精神的に元気いっぱいになっちゃっていますから。でも、私からもいいですか？そちらは、何か変わったこととかありましたか？
Yeah, a few things, yeah. I can't say much has really changed. Same old life, same old school, same old classmates. The teachers tripped by the lectern and everyone laughed as usual. After class, I talked to my friends in the cafeteria. Yep, nothing out of the ordinary. Not one new thing happened, yeah. Except the teacher didn't trip, and the cafeteria is closed. That's kind of the place it's supposed to be.
そうなんですか。藤村先生っておかしいですね。いつも元気で羨ましいです。
Sakura seems to be having fun with this ordinary conversation. I wouldn't think much of these boring events, but she's really interested. The spark in her eyes seems to be longing for it. I wonder what if that's why. If the one who's listening is enjoying themselves, you too will. And when I talk about whatever comes to my way, Sakura, I'm left with a really indifferent impression about them.
なんだか嬉しいです。うちの学校、怪我をしても自分で治せる人ばかりでしたから。私、保健係といってもお仕事が少なくて、新しい変化もなくて。これって寂しいって言うんですよね。今だから気づけたんですけど、それに、先輩が私のこと見つけてくれたから。
That's right. Nothing is out of the ordinary. This shouldn't have happened. So, what was up with what happened by the entrance? Why did all the students ignore Sakura? Well, if it's a thing in the past now, I'll just enjoy my conversation with her. conversation in the infirmary kept on going. It wasn't long before the last bell to leave school rang.
時間ですね。引き止めてしまってごめんなさい。気をつけて帰ってくださいね、先輩。
Sakura then showed me off to the infirmary. As I was leaving, when I turned to look at Sakura one more time, she saw me out of the room, looking as she was on the verge of tears, as if not wanting us to part ways. Yet again, I feel pain rushing through my left hand. There's a strange bruise in the back of it. Am I worried about the bruise because of my headache? Or do I have a headache because of this bruise? I have no idea. Yeah, before I go home, before the morning comes, I should have someone take a look at this. Lee would be fine, Rentosaka or Rani would be fine. I wouldn't even mind Shinji. Anyways, I should show off this command seal to someone I know. I'm sure that's...
制限時間です。校内に残った全ての自衛隊にお知らせします。残念なお知らせです。あなたたちが今まで所有していた世界観は崩壊しました。インフレによる値崩れです。聖杯戦争ごとあなたたちが売却されました。
Oh, that's not good.
あなたたちは無価値です。
That's not good either. What was that announcement just now? No, more importantly, what was this bizarre transformation? Yeah, help me! Everyone's being stabbed, breaking, melting. Everyone's processing killed. And he's gone. Now that thing's creepy as hell. What the hell's happening? Feeling the danger, I looked outside. It was dark, as if it was staring into a hole. Forget about the entrance. Window after window, it's been covered with black noise. I gotta have to run for it. It wouldn't be good to get touched by that black noise. It's engulfed the entrance and its windows. The only way left is up. Let's get out of here. Oh, seems he woke up from the dream, huh? That was Shinji's voice. Shinji reaches his hand to me. He's begging for help with eyes straightened in fear, but whenever the quivering of his voice was cried, the word help me won't come out. There's no saving him anymore. There's no point in rushing over to save him now. On top of it, if I go too close, then the noise would overwrite me too. All I can do is ignore Shinji and keep climbing upwards. And yet, my hands are free to move as before I can think, as I reach forward to take Shinji's hand. Shinji's body is heavy. No, it's that he's been rooted. The lower half of his body seems fused with the hallway. He's basically telling us there's no way to save him. Save yourself. In his own way. She lets go of my hand. Stifling with his fear, his crying eyes tell me, "Do not come over here." He's keeping his hands out of reach, out from help, by his own will.
せっかく僕も思い出したのに聖杯戦争に戻れると思ったのにこんなの全然シナリオが違う虫だらけだバグだらけだこんなの公正なゲームじゃない
No. See you later, Shinji. My outstretched hand was empty, powerless to save anything. The man who called Haku Shinami his friend cruelly vanished before our very eyes. With a thump, a remarkably loud heartbeat echoes in my ears. I wonder, what's this feeling in my chest? It's not that I'm afraid of the anomalies before me. I feel nauseous, but I don't know what it is. I'm suffocating, but I don't know why. I just can't stop right here, right now. I have to get away from that noise. Get away from me. Hey, yeah, you good? Why is this? No, don't. My mind is melting. Up we go. No way. This was supposed to... Don't tell me. These aren't the prelims. Here we are at the roof. The lights are turned off. The moment I reached the rooftop, I couldn't believe my eyes. The sky is black. The city is black. Even the ground I'm looking at has been dyed black. It's like the ocean of night. In an instant, the surface of the world is coated by darkness. A single saving grace is that it still abided by the concept of height. The black ocean stretched from land to horizon, but the water level hasn't reached us here. The rooftop is still high enough to be safe. Ah, no way! Not after I've made it all the way here. Who's pulling my feet? Stop it! Let go, Yuka. You're a friend, aren't you? Then, why are you doing something like this? I already screamed from the third floor room school building. I look back to help them, but the third floor has already been completely eroded by the noise. They're already... No, stop it! Don't come near me! Don't! I'll die, not me! That noise is data. Confused minds call up incoherent memories. No, it's because I'm so confused that I can't remember things I've forgotten. The black noise melts together with the data of whatever it touches, systematically overriding it with its data. Rather than a bandage covering a wound, it's more like a bacteria integrating itself with the wound. Ah, I'm fading away. No, not when I finally come back. Their voices completely disappeared. The data overwhelmed and assimilated their body avatar. Their mind, represented by the wedge shapes, the souls, was saturated by the data it absorbs. Again, a sense of nausea. My fingertips are shaking from the bizarre situation before me. I want to scream, "Someone help me," but my throat is dry. But it's not dry from the terror. If it's shaking, it was from the fear. Then why? Why does my body feel this hot? Right now, my heart beats strongly with the force of the direct opposite of fear.
姫事を覗き見するなんて無粋ですよ。ちっぽけなマスターさん。
A voice coming from the sky. No, it's echoing from the heavens. A sweet and seductive tone. A scolding / flirting. Innocent yet wicked. Voice of a girl.
こんなところまで来るなんて、私から逃げられると思ったんですか？バカな人。せっかく忘れさせてあげていたのに、思い出してしまうんだもの。でも許してあげます。あなたは何も気にしなくていい。私があなたを勝たせてあげる。戦うことも、努力することも、傷つくこともない。
Yeah, this seems like a deal with the devil, so no thank you.
何も考えず、このま ままお人形さんのように眠りなさい。私があなたに聖杯を与えてあげる。ほら、だから諦めなさい。諦めるの。諦めて。諦めちゃえ。
I don't know what she means. That just that the world is ending. When I run out of rooftops, I'll be swallowed up by the footholds. I'll be swallowed up just like all the other students. The only thing I can do is tremble.
そう、それでいいの。おとなしく眠りなさい。どうせ、
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
どうせあなたたちはみんな価値のない生き物なんだから。
That's it. The darkness keeps telling me to give up, but I can't do that. I finally understand what a strong heartbeat is, the sense of nausea is. It's anger. I'm gonna fight back and fight like hell. Right now I'm gonna fight this voice, whatever it is, callously deciding what all the students are worthless. I must look away. I mustn't give up. No, I can't give up. Even if this resistance ends up futile, even if I know I can't run from this world, as long as there's blood on my body, I'll never.
なんですって。ダメ。
Nice jump. It wasn't something as grand as being prepared to die. I just had not wanted to give up. I jumped off the rooftop. Yeah. Falling, falling, falling. Piercing through the ground, it turned into an ocean of night. Hakuno Kishinami's body fell to the bottomless darkness. There's no end to this falling. Everything in my sense of direction has drifted away. Everything about my sense of self being torn apart. Not only is my vision peeling off them blobs, it's also my possessions and memories. Soon even my bones will remain. Soon, not even my bones will remain. Looks like there's nothing more I can do. In other words, it's game over. I cried out, "What the hell?" as I screamed insults at myself. That was too rash. That I was too rash, that I made a mistake, that I was wrong. And my trembling regrets, my face is filled with tears. That too was futile, because there's no one who can save me anymore. Or is there? As a moment passed, or an eternity, there's nothing compared to falling through the space. It's like I'm weightless. I can no longer remember the light of day. The land that once stood on is now 100 million light years away. My limbs have been suspended for so long that they no longer move as I want them to. It could be paralysis or maybe atrophy. My eyes have forgotten light, and I have since lost their function. Same with my mind. I grew tired of this unchanging world, and is gradually closing itself off. My body's like mud, and my heart is like lead. I want to lay my mind to rest already. I want to forget myself already. Worrying about what I may be here forever. I want to avert my eyes and break already. But there's still something bothering me at the edge of my consciousness. I may be in my imagination, maybe my mind clinging to a shred of hope, hallucinating. There's a voice that I can't go left unheard. My voice is coming out from far, far away. Having a trail of light in its wake, the voice is completely burning up, yet accelerating faster. Look at the sky. Reach out your hand. Just say the words, call out for... throat and lungs burned from thousands of years of disuse. My voice still won't come out. Even if I try to reach out, my fingers won't move. My mind accepts that it's just a hallucination, and once again it closes the lid on itself. And yet... I hear the voice said, don't give up. Numerous lights pass through the darkness. Even if it's breaking apart, I can see the meteor cutting through the darkness.
奏者よ、手を。これ以上はもう進めぬ。そなたの力が必要だ。奏者よ、思い出せ。というか、なぜ世の名を忘れているのだ。
Yeah.
世は悲しい。世はそなたの名前はおろか、そなたのことを考えぬことがないというのに。ねえ、いいから思い出せ。そして万感の思いを込めて叫ぶがよい。よいか、これが最後のチャンスだぞ。
I know that radiance, I know that voice. My throat, my weakened arms filled with strength. That's right, her name is... Please come, Saber.
その叫び、待ち焦がれたぞ、奏者よ。
My hand touches an outstretched arm. It feels real. The sensation of endless falling is gone. All that remains from me is my dear old...
しかり、我が剣は原初の炎にして剣撃の音は空巡る星のごとく。聞き惚れよ、しかしてたたえ、さらに喜べ。世は思考にして至上の名器、剣の英霊、そなたのサーバントだ。
The sheer confidence in this blonde-haired girl's smile shines brighter than all the stars in the sky. Though her physique is small, her spirit and determination would triumph over an army of a million. Her gaze is like a golden flame, burning away the darkness before me. This is a sight of none other than Saber, the person who I had forgotten up until now, who I couldn't have completely forgotten even if in this Garden of Oblivion, who swore to fight alongside me, Hakuno Kushinami's servant. She came to this darkness, which extends eternally. She came to save me, despite it burning her to do so. She is my irreplaceable comrade.
しかしこたびの無茶はさすがにきついぞ。何度呼びかければ気が済むのだ。早く目覚めろと言っても目覚めぬ。そればかりか、最後にはこんな虚数空間にまで飛び込んでしまうとは。まったく、どうせ落ちるのなら世との恋に落ちよというのだ。
Well do, Saber.
そなたの魂が無事なままでいるのか、ガキでなかったのだからな。
Saber grips my hand even tighter. A single flush of warm blood rekindles of my frozen body. My slumbering mind is not fully awakened.
うむうむ、完全に呪縛から解放されたな。そなたが望めば次の瞬間には現実に戻っていよう。世は本来の高所で待っている。さあ目覚めるがよい、マスター。そなたと世の運命を新たに始めるとしよう。
Saber's proclamation gradually fades from my consciousness. So does the dazzling sea of stars, and so does the sight of Saber. In the end, the only thing I was sure was the sensation of those fingers I touched. Even if everything else faded away, this feeling would remain. And that's gonna be it for now. That took a bit of a long one, but yeah, that's gonna be it for now. This is basically the prologue to the prologue. Yeah, we just finished the prologue for Fate Extra CCC, and yeah, as you can see, the prologue is basically the same amount. It's basically the same amount of time as the prologue with the fake character in Fate Extra, but it just involves our character. It just goes straight to the point instead of having to do that suspicious thing of are we in a simulation or not, which we already know, right? And yeah, that's gonna be it for now. And next time we are gonna go ahead and enter chapter 1. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time for more Fate Extra CCC. Ciao.